You live your life as virtuously as you can. You maximize your agency, as we like to say here. Life will bestow upon you pleasant things and unpleasant things that are entirely not up to you in many ways. However, if you live virtuously, you increase the chances of more pleasant things happening. But you have to be content with whatever life gives you. There's a word in Christianity, and I think other religions as well, called blessings. A blessing is when God gives you something pleasant. The opposite, maybe a curse, is when God gives you something unpleasant. Now, blessings and curses carry a supernatural connotation, so let's use the Stoic terms, preferred indifference and dispreferred indifference. In other words, there are things outside of your control that life gives you. Some of these things we would rather have because they are pleasant, other things we would rather not have because they are unpleasant. No one would disprefer a comfortable pair of shoes. If you had the choice between a nice, comfortable pair of shoes and a terrible pair of shoes that gives you blisters, obviously you're going to choose the comfortable pair. If you have the agency, you get yourself the better pair. But again, sometimes life doesn't give you that option. Sometimes you have to wear the terrible shoes. So what do? Well, you accept it. If you can't change it, this dispreferred indifferent, it's still just an indifferent. So bear it nobly. Now here's a more hard-hitting life example. No one would prefer that a tornado comes, destroys your house, and kills your family, except for you, which it leaves alive. No one in a million years would prefer that. Destruction of your home and your house, the death of everyone around you that you love, that's a terribly unpleasant thing to go through. And people have gone through similar things. But if it happens, and there's nothing you could have done to prevent it, then you just have to accept it and get on with life. Now that's amor fati, loving everything that life throws at you. Period. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But to get a bit more clear on that definition, amor fati is loving exactly what life gives you, in the amount that it gives you, accepting the exact amount of preferred indifference and dispreferred indifference that life gives you, no more, no less. So you go through life, you work your hardest at being virtuous, on doing the right thing. If you're lucky, life may give you a wonderful life partner. It may give you some wonderful children. Maybe it'll give you a job that's not only meaningful but fun. You end up having this long list of blessings that hopefully you remind yourself to be grateful for each and every day. And there's no shortage of blessings that we all take for granted in our day-to-day life. What's the right response here? Is the right response, given that you have all those things, great partner, great children, pretty good job that you like, is the right response to ask for more? Well, no, that's simply being ungrateful. Is it to ask for another child, a better looking partner, a higher salary? Of course not. That's simply being ungrateful. It's ingratitude. However, on the other end, you're also obligated to enjoy and appreciate all of the pleasant things that life gives you. It's not a virtue to not accept the wonderful child that you've been given with grace. It's not a virtue to turn away love from people. It's not a virtue to not enjoy your job if it's enjoyable. So part of grace is accepting exactly everything that you have, not asking for more, but also not asking for less. Now, why would you do such a thing, you might think? Well, damn it, people do it all the time. People are ungrateful for things all the time. Perhaps they have a toxic mindset, and they can't accept that maybe, just maybe, life can be good for them. Sometimes we're afraid of life being good for us. Now to the curses. you're also going to have, right next to your big list of blessings, or preferred indifference, you're going to have another list of dispreferred indifference. You're going to have a list of things that you would rather not have. These things are not so pleasant. Maybe your kid parties too much in high school. Maybe you have chronic pain in your leg that you inherited from your dad. Maybe your partner died 5 years into your marriage and left you with the kids, and now you have no partner. Never forget, there are some very unpleasant things that we have to go through in life. Unpleasant, not good or bad. But what's the response here? Well, it's the same, exactly the same as with the blessings. You accept and even try and find a way to love everything that comes your way, never asking for more or less. If you're doing everything you can do that's within your power, it's not a virtue to wish for fewer unpleasant things. It's not a virtue to whine and complain about the terrible genetics your father gave you. It's not what a Stoic does. Equally, though, it's not a virtue to ask for more curses, for more dispreferred indifference. And again, you might think, why the hell would anyone ask for more unpleasant situations in life? But we do it all the time. Maybe we have a toxic psychological pattern that keeps putting us into bad relationships. Maybe we sabotage a friendship because it seems to be going just a little bit too well. If you can accept exactly what it is that life gives you, in the amount that it gives you, both pleasant and unpleasant things, and you never ask for more, you never ask for less of either, but you accept and even find a way to love all of these, that's grace. As far as I can tell, that's what grace is. It's full contentment with what you have, not asking for more blessings or less blessings, not asking for more curses or less curses, but accepting exactly the amount that is given to you. And it all gets back to the famous dichotomy of control, doesn't it? Again, you spend your life trying to do everything that's within your power to live a life of virtue. Doing so will give you the best chances of having the least unpleasant experience in life. But ultimately, you have to accept that all of the things that life gives you, which is really providence, it's not up to you.